Hello everybody, CutCommie29 here, just making a really quick video. I'm not even bothering to like sort out my hair or anything, because we're just fucking, it's a total mess, but we're fucking going into this. So, the Pewdiepie thing happened, that was pretty fucking funny. I don't really have a huge amount to say on this, because I already made a video kind of talking about this concept, and I'll link that somewhere on the screen, you can go watch that, if you want some nice little theory. But basically, like, whenever I see something like this, it's always the same reaction from the same people over and over, and they just never learn. You see, people are mad because free speech is being restricted, because PewDiePie made some jokes about neo-Nazis and whatever, and I don't give a fuck if he wants to do that. I don't think anyone really gives a fuck. But the thing is, they're mad at capitalism because it's not that it's profitable for this YouTube to do this, but it's more unprofitable for them to not do this. Because then they don't seem family friendly, and then they're like shareholders or advertisement partners or whatever the fuck, however the fuck that clusterfuck works. Kind of falls apart a tiny little bit with regards to PewDiePie. But what I've noticed that I kind of just wanted to comment on is, you know, the thought process of a nationalist, in that everything is great. You know, the society is brilliant. There's no degeneracy. There's no violence. Capitalism works amazingly. And then Jewish people come along. Basically, the mindset is the underlying system we have is fine. There's just an external thing that's fucking it all up and distorting the rightful way that things should be and the harmony that would be there without them. And I kind of draw this parallel, I think, between how the Nazis see capitalism and the Jews or whoever else, and how a lot of these rational skeptics or free speech advocates or whatever the fuck will do the exact same thing with capitalism and social justice warriors, because hey, it's identity politics on both sides. We've said this lots of times before, but this is just another working example. You'll see whenever something like this happens, it's always a social justice warrior conspiracy to scrub the internet of dissenting opinion. Instead of thinking this is what's profitable to do so. Because the thing is, they also have to resort to this whole thing of, yes, we're ardent free speech advocates, but at the same time, because we respect private property rights, if companies want to censor anything they don't like, well then that's fine, because that's their private property. So we're free speech, but only when private property isn't involved. And by the way, a lot of us kind of want to remove the government entirely, make everything private property, so really in effect, there's no free speech. How do these people function? I don't get it. Oh. And you know, this actually really underlines an important part of why capitalism doesn't really function in the interests of anyone, really. It's that brilliant thing of the use value of something and the exchange value of something, and we're just applying it to services here. So really, what we want to do, what everyone really wants to do, is have a nice, chilled, relaxed place where people can make ironic neo-Nazi jokes, and no one has to get hurt, and that's fine. But because of the profit incentive and market forces, that's not what we're allowed to do. Okay? It's a direct conflict of interest that will always go to the side that makes more money, but the side that makes more money isn't always what people want. And that's what people who support capitalism don't understand. There's this really, like, fetishized idea that anything that's profitable is inherently good, but it's just like, I mean, I can go on for a long time about why that's not true, but instead I'll just provide this example right here. It's not because of the social justice warriors. It's because of money. It's because of that dictatorship of market forces that I love to talk about so much. Anyway, so I just, I wanted to just point this out, that I've been seeing. Obviously I don't think PewDiePie should be taking punishment for making a few neo-Nazi jokes. A lot of them were quite funny, actually, with the YouTube hero ones. I mean, I don't watch PewDiePie, but obviously because of this I've been shown a lot of these clips where he's sitting there and watching the Hitler speech along with the YouTube thing. It was good. But here's the thing: while we're on a platform that functions on profit, we're not gonna get the nice free speech that we like that, you know. Like, it's just no. I mean, this they're always going to censor. They've been doing this before. The thing is, they don't outright censor what they don't like, but they effectively censor it in that they demonetize it. And the thing is, that's not technically censorship, but for a lot of people, they rely on this money. So if they don't stop saying these things that YouTube don't like, well, then they need to get another job, right? So in effect, it's the same result as censorship. It's just not straight censorship. It's nice censorship, you know. And here's the thing: the high ups in YouTube, they're not social justice warriors. They don't go on Tumblr all day and complain about white men. They're businessmen. All they give a fuck about is money. And we live in a society where it's more profitable to be family friendly. And a lot of family friendly values and social justice warrior values kind of line up in that political correctness, you know? They're not the same thing, but you're just seeing them as the same thing because there are a few similarities, and it just makes your life so much easier to pin the problems of the profit incentive onto this external thing which is ruining society, and that coincidentally you've been hating for the last 7 years anyway. So yeah, that's all there really is to say about that one, I guess.